All right, so it is time to move this and put it in the woods because turkey season is coming up. So I'm gonna try to figure out how to move this without taking it apart. I don't know if I can put it on that trailer and then just drive it somewhat close and then just carry it the rest of the way. I also have an old pallet blind that I've been using. That's what I'm replacing with this, so I have to take that down as well. We'll see how it goes. Well, I'm not so sure that sucker's gonna fit. Let's see what I can come up with here. So, definitely not pretty. I shoved it on that trailer. It's kind of bent a little killywampus, so my advice, don't be like me. Either build it where you want it, or get like 4 guys to carry the edge of it, because it's kind of smushed on there. Then I can at least drive it to where I want it. So the blind I'm replacing, I built it out of a few pallets, so we won't miss it. It was tight, not great, not comfortable. We did end up getting one nice doe out of it, so it worked. But yeah, definitely not the best thing ever, but this is not the way to transport these at all. Don't do this, ever. It doesn't like it. Just get some friends and carry it, for sure. Definitely one of those, man, if I had a tractor moments, right? Let's see if I can haul it in there. So, you can see I used to hunt out of that. Never took it down. And then this is our tiny little, just tiny little blind that, I mean, it worked. You can see, obviously we need to trim, but we catch the deer or the turkeys coming right through here. And the turkeys have been coming through here the last few days. We've seen them walking right by here, so hopefully that's good for Mike. We'll see. Let me tear this thing apart. So apparently, even when I make stuff out of pallets, I don't mess around. That thing is stuck together. Nothing says comfort like sitting on a 2x10 for your whole hunt. right, so that's all torn down. And now I gotta drag the new one back in here. So, you know, if you only cut yourself a couple times, you're doing all right. Oh, gotta love it. So yeah, this will give you a little bit better view of the field. So I have a neighbor who lives way that way, like acres and acres, and then just a few acres this way is another house. So the deer like to sneak between my house and their house and then cut back on my path back there. So once in a while, you'll catch them coming right down here. And I've had a lot of rubs in here in the last few years, so I'm hoping they stick with that. Last year they actually made a scrape right next to my blind, but never came back to it when I was there. But I always preferred hunting in the back because, well, it's a lot more comfortable, right? Hunting in this pallet blind was not comfortable, but for this thing, I think I'll like hunting up here a little bit more. Maybe get a shot at whatever was making those rubs last year, if the neighbor didn't get them. I'm going to repeat, don't move your blind like me. But if you're looking for a durability test, I'm giving you one right now. All right, so now I just gotta kind of try to get the shape right, because I massively messed up the shape. Yeah, I actually don't think that's too bad. I don't think that's too bad at all. I'm trying to decide where I want to put this. I think I want to move it a little bit more that way. Give a little more view there. I like how it's close to the tree though. You know, it's right by the pine tree. I know it's one of those things they'll get used to, but the more it blends in, the better, I guess. I mean, it's a blind, so your hope is that they get used to it. It only can blend in so much. So I'm gonna try scooting it over a little bit and see if I like that better. It's gonna be pretty cool for someone with a compound bow. And I don't know, we'll see as far as a crossbow, how I like it, you know, as we start hunting out of it. Okay, so just got some tent stakes, gonna stake it down. I think it'd be cool to have it up off the ground a little bit in the future, but I got so much going on. That might be next year's problem. Thought maybe even get some pallets and get it up a little bit off the ground. You know, just even just a few feet so that you're kind of shooting down. I've always liked that, but they do have nice little holes for whether you want to bolt it down or if you want to tent stake it down. So I'm going to stake it down. So before your purist get on me, yes, I know I should rake this out and clean it out. That will come. But you can see right here, guys, perfect. Perfect for a tent stake. So I'm going to put one on each side and probably end up getting more. Just because it does get windy here sometimes. So better safe than sorry, right? I guess the only side not have a stake hole is the door side. Not sure why, but there is not a stake on the door side, but I don't think that's a huge deal. So. Now, I did want to say we got quite a bit of rain a few days ago, and I came out here. It was dark, so filming wasn't good. But I did come out here and check and see. And rain does run down the inside of these windows. So let me kind of try to explain that. It's starting to get a little dark. It's harder to see, but let me try to explain that to you guys here before I close up shop. So this is right here. This is one of those tall windows, and you can see there's no, it's not like there's weather stripping. I mean, I'm sure you could add it if you wanted to, but especially down here at the bottom, there's nothing there. All that's holding it is these, right? Which is fine. Just know it'll keep you dry. Like I said, it's gonna keep you dry. It's gonna keep you warm, right? It's not, if you wanted to weatherproof it, I think you could, but just know what it is, right? And if you need a weatherproof blind, I mean, this is amazing for the price. If it rains really hard, it might come in a little bit at the window and run down onto the ground, right? That's going to be your big thing. Snow is going to stay out. Like, it's going to be hard. Baby snow could blow up through here, maybe. But if you're sitting in here in the middle and it's raining or snowing, you're fine. Plus, you can run a heater. Plus, the deer can't see you. I mean, if you want to complain for the price, I mean, you can find these for like $700-800 sometimes. If you want to complain about that, I guess you can. But I actually stopped this week, and there was a blind that looked just like this. I think it was a Field and Stream. Okay, it was at Family Farm and Home near my house. I stopped and I looked. I went up. Door looks exactly the same, and I thought, is this the same company? Then I opened the door, and it was so thin compared to this. So thin, like maybe half of the thickness of this door. Like, I feel like when I open this door, I'm opening a solid, almost like an outhouse, right? This one at Family Farm and Home was so flimsy. Like, this is just built with a lot more sturdy material. And I'm not saying that because they said, hey, here, try this out. I'm saying that because it is. I'm not going to lie to you guys. That Field and Stream one was shockingly less sturdy. So I'm sitting in it right now. Tell me that's not just the coolest thing ever. I mean, you can see right down my path there. You could shoot out this window if you want. You can shoot out this window if you want. This obviously is our main goal, but even if one went over that way, if you can get the window open quietly enough, I mean, even if one snuck up behind you, you could have a chance. You could have a chance. So again, I am extremely impressed because I beat the snot out of this thing moving it here. So just gonna have to check all my wing nuts, make sure it's still tight. But that held up great. I'm hearing a little rattling. So I think I need to tighten up my windows a little more. That's gonna keep those from rattling. But other than just a few little tweaks I gotta do, we're gonna be rolling, guys. Gonna be testing out a 10-point tripod for my bow. And I mean, we will be ready to cook. So really, really excited to just get the season started, to try this out. Thanks again to Terrain for sending this or letting me come pick it up would be the correct way of saying that. But just for letting me test this out. I haven't been like last year was the first year I used a pop-up blind, right? And that was all right, but I hated that you couldn't see on your sides very good. And if you open those windows, then you were just letting light in and they could see you. Here, with these being tinted, once they get used to that, and you know, I put it out here a month and a week early, they should be getting used to it by then. So really, really excited. Now I got to get the pop-up blind up on my neighbors, so that's another option. Hunting over there is always another option. But it'll be nice to have this. It really will. I'm excited. thanks for checking it out, guys. This is just part 2. Obviously, as the season goes on, we're going to be doing more. I'm going to set out some targets here and practice shooting out of it with both a compound and a crossbow. Not sure when I'll get to that, but hopefully soon. The videos are starting to pile up, so hopefully can test out some of those new Barnett crossbows for you guys in the upcoming videos. Thanks for coming along, guys. I gotta take care of those pallets, and then I'm going in for dinner. We'll catch you on the next one. Normally, as far as deer hunting is concerned, the deer come from across the road. There's a huge, there's a huge alfalfa field across the road. So they'll cross, I have 2 paths here. I have the one I'm standing on, and then there's one a little further over that way. But they usually come through this area. And I think as far as that blind's concerned, I mean, that's in there pretty good. I like that. It blends in pretty good. So if you had a big buck and he came in here and then he was like, what's that? I mean, it's like a 12-yard shot. So, yeah, I'm excited. I think that'll work great.